Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if the moon could be a friend? Imagine if that silver light above us wasn't just shining from far away, but listening, watching, and even speaking to the creatures down here on Earth. Long ago, in the warm lands of Brazil, where forests hummed with life and rivers gleamed under the stars, one small, humble animal found himself face to face with the moon herself, and his story has been whispered ever since. The moon and the armadillo. The nights in Brazil were never truly quiet. The forests sang with the chirps of crickets, the hoots of owls, and the rustle of leaves stirred by the wind. On such a night, the moon hung low, glowing like a lantern of silver, casting her light across the land. And there, trotting along on tiny clawed feet, was a little armadillo. His name was Tatu. Now, Tatu was unlike the grand creatures of the forest. He was not tall like the deer, nor fierce like the jaguar, nor graceful like the heron. His body was round, covered in bony armor, and he waddled more than he ran. The other animals often teased him, saying, "Look at little Tatu. He hides in his shell. He cannot climb. He cannot soar. What good is he?" And though Tatu never answered, deep inside he longed to be something more. He wished to shine, to be admired, to prove that even the smallest creature carried worth. One evening, as he wandered to the riverbank, Tatu lifted his head and sighed. The water shimmered like melted silver, reflecting the round, glowing moon. Her light was so beautiful, so soft, so kind. And before he could stop himself, Tatu whispered aloud, "O moon, if only I could be like you. You are bright. You are loved by all. No one laughs at you. If only you could hear me." And to his astonishment, the moon replied, "My little friend," came a gentle musical voice from above. "I hear you." Tatu gasped and nearly tumbled into the water. His heart thudded against his shell. You heard me?" "Yes," said the moon, her voice glowing as brightly as her light. "I have watched you many nights, small one. Why do you sigh with such sadness?" And so, trembling but honest, Tatu confessed his feelings. How the animals teased him, how small he felt, and how he wished he could shine like her, admired and loved by all. The moon was quiet for a moment, her light rippling over the river like a silver smile. Then she spoke. "Do not think yourself less, dear Tatu. Even the smallest creature has a gift. Come, if you dare, climb to me, and I will show you your worth." Now, this was a shocking offer. How could an armadillo climb to the moon? Yet something in her voice filled him with courage. The moon's light stretched down, forming a glowing silver path that shimmered like a ladder into the sky. "Climb, Tatu," whispered the moon. "Climb to me." With a deep breath, the little armadillo placed his claws on the first step of light. To his surprise, it held firm, like solid stone. Higher and higher he climbed, past the tops of the trees, past the clouds where the stars glittered close enough to touch. His heart pounded, but he did not stop. Finally, at the very edge of the heavens, he reached her. The moon herself, glowing and radiant, welcomed him. "Little one," she said, "you are braver than you know." For many nights, Tatu lived beside the moon. She taught him the secrets of the sky, how stars were born, how tides listened to her pull, how even shadows held beauty because they made the light shine brighter. And for the first time in his life, Tatu felt proud. He no longer saw himself as small or clumsy. He was a friend of the moon. But word spread quickly through the forest below. The animals who once mocked him now gazed up and whispered, "Look, Tatu is with the moon. He shines brighter than us all." And suddenly, their jealousy grew. One night, as Tatu looked down at his homeland, he heard faint cries carried by the wind. "Moon! Moon! Come back! We need you!" The animals were distressed. Without the moon shining fully above them, the nights grew too dark. The owls could not hunt, the rivers lost their silver path, and even the flowers that bloomed by moonlight closed their petals in confusion. Tatu's heart ached. The forest needed the moon's light, but here he was, keeping her company in the sky. He looked at her sadly. "Dear moon," he whispered, "my people suffer without you." The moon touched him with her glow. "But they mocked you, little one. Why care for those who laughed at your shell?" "Because," Tatu said softly, "though they may not see it, I belong to the earth. It is my home, and if I do not care for it, who will?" The moon studied him with quiet pride. "You are wiser than I imagined, little armadillo." So the moon gave him a gift. She kissed the top of his shell with her silver light, leaving behind a glowing mark that shimmered like the Milky Way. "Return to your people, Tatu," she said. "You will not shine as I do, but wherever you walk, a piece of my light will follow you. When the animals see you, they will remember that even the smallest carries greatness inside." And so Tatu climbed down the silver ladder of light, returning to the earth below. The animals gasped when they saw him. His shell glittered faintly in the darkness, glowing with soft silver patterns, as though the moon herself had painted him with stardust. No longer did they laugh. Instead, they bowed their heads and said, "Tatu, forgive us. We did not see your worth before." Tatu smiled shyly, his heart full. "There is nothing to forgive. The moon has taught me. Each of us carries light inside, no matter our size." And from that night on, whenever the animals saw the armadillo scurrying under the moonlight, they no longer mocked him. They remembered that courage and kindness can make even the smallest creature shine. So if you ever spot an armadillo under the glow of the moon, look closely. You just might see the faint silver shimmer on his shell, a reminder of the night the moon befriended a humble little dreamer who dared to climb to the sky. And that is the story of the moon and the armadillo, a magical folktale from Brazil. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more magical folktales. And of course, press the bell icon so you never miss a story. Tell me, if the moon offered to bring you up into the sky, would you dare to climb, like little Tatu did? Share your thoughts in the comments below.